Good morning. I'm Dawn Star Sarahs-Borchelt, your Director of Lifespan Faith Development. Sometimes a story is just a story, but sometimes it's something more. And when I read this story, Guji Guji by Chi-Wan Chen, I enjoyed it as a story, but I also thought it was telling me something more. As Unitarian Universalists, we unequivocally say that every person is important, and that means that for us, Black lives matter. We teach ourselves and our children that we have a responsibility to dismantle white supremacy in our lives, in our congregations, and in our communities. Those of us who are people of color, and those of us like me who are white. But racism really wants things to stay the way they are. When we try to do things differently, the system of white supremacy tries very hard to make our lives harder. It tries to make us feel bad about working for liberation, our own or other people's. We can say no to white supremacy. When we know better, we can do better. So I think this story is about what it's like to be a white person who knows better and wants to say no. I have to admit, I've adapted it a little bit to fit the message I want to send a little bit better. With that said, here's the story. An egg was rolling on the ground. It rolled through the trees. It rolled across the meadow. It rolled all the way down the hill. Finally, it rolled right into a duck's nest. Mother Duck didn't notice. She was reading. Soon enough, the eggs began to crack. The first duckling to hatch had blue spots. Mother Duck called him Crayon. The second duckling had brown stripes. Zebra, Mother Duck decided. Love the names she gave her babies. The third duckling was yellow, and Mother Duck named him Moonlight. A rather odd-looking duckling hatched from the fourth egg. Guji Guji, he said, and that became his name. Mother Duck taught her 4 ducklings how to swim, how to dive, and how to waddle. Guji Guji had some structural advantages, just like white people do in white supremacist cultures. It seemed like it was easier for him to go fast, take up space, and achieve things than it was for his duckling siblings, whether he wanted it to be that way or not. Then one terrible day, 3 crocodiles came out of the lake. They looked a lot like Guji Guji. 3 crocodiles saw Guji Guji and smiled some more. Look at that ridiculous crocodile. He's walking like a duck. Guji Guji heard them. I am not walking like a duck. I am a duck, he explained. Guji Guji didn't know about white supremacy or crocodile supremacy. He was like a child who's been raised in an anti-racist environment and maybe not taught enough about his own racial identity. The crocodiles laughed. Look at yourself. No feathers, no beak, no big webbed feet. What you have is blue-gray skin, sharp claws, pointed teeth, and the smell of bad crocodile. You're just like us. The 3 crocodiles grinned. We know you live with the ducks. Take them to the bridge tomorrow and practice diving. We'll wait underneath with our mouths wide open. Why would I do that? Guji Guji asked. Why should I listen to you? Because we are all crocodiles and crocodiles help each other. The bad crocodile grinned again and vanished into the grass. Guji Guji felt terrible. He sat by the lake to think. Is it true? Am I a bad crocodile too? He looked down into the lake and made a fierce face. Guji Guji laughed. He looked ridiculous. I am not a bad crocodile. Of course, I'm not exactly a duck either. But the 3 crocodiles are nasty and they want to eat my family. I must think of a way to stop them. Guji Guji thought and thought, and then he went home and asked his family, his duck family, what he should do. He followed their leadership because they already knew about how to resist bad crocodiles. They'd been doing it for a long time. The next day, Guji Guji did as he'd been told by the crocodiles. He took the flock of ducks to the bridge to practice diving. The 3 bad crocodiles were waiting for the ducks under the bridge. It wasn't fat, delicious ducks that dropped from the bridge, though. It was 3 big, hard rocks. The crocodiles bit down. Crack, crack, crack went their pointed teeth. The 3 bad crocodiles ran as fast as they could. In barely a minute, they were nowhere to be seen. Guji Guji also did as he'd been told by his duck family. Guji Guji and the ducks had saved the day. That night, he and all the ducks danced and celebrated. Guji Guji continued to live with Mother Duck, Crayon, Zebra, and Moonlight, and every day he became a stronger and happier crocoduck. I wonder what it means to be a crocodile who doesn't go along with what the crocodiles want. I wonder what it means to be a white person who doesn't go along with what white supremacy wants. I wonder how we can work together to make things better for everybody. Not just the people who need something or the people who have something to lose, but everybody together.